Well, hello, man cavers. We are home, and we are going to look at the engine of the Atom. Ha! Roll the credits. Welcome to the man cave. Let the games begin. So, several of you are saying, why can't we save this engine off the Atom? Here is the original engine off the Atom. Now, as you can see, it's rotted, the casing's rotted away, bottom of the tank is gone. I think this engine is past saving, but we're going to strip it down just to see. Now, we've got this much play in the crank. Now, that means one of two things. Either the piston now is at top dead centre, and that's the little bit of rock in between the movement where it wants to be, or we have massive amounts of play in the big end bearing. That feels like too much play to have a piston top dead centre. Bearing in mind, this thing was seized up when I bought the auto truck in the late 90s. So, we shall see anyhow. We're going to see if any of these bolts will come undone. Our HT lead is, well, just, yeah, well and truly crapped out. I don't think anything here can even undo, but we will give it a go and see if we can actually remove this cover. It looks like we've got a little bolt in the back here. So let's get the sockets out and see what we can do here. See if we can... Oh, I think I'm going to need a tiny little spanner in there, boy. We have a metric adjustable. Let's start by giving her a little bit of WD on all the points. Everything that we might... Oh, I can't see that going to undo at all. This might require major heat. Put some WD around that plug hole. There's another bolt in the back there. That looked like a points bolt. Head bolts. Right, we'll have to see if we can do anything by getting these off. I'm not sure they'll come, but we'll give it a go. Let's lower you down a little so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. Right, let's see if we can actually get anything in there to give them a little look. If I've got a spanner in my box that's small enough. Let's try the metric adjustable in there. These have actually got slot-headed screws on. So it's like you're meant to better undo these with a screwdriver. Aye. Oh, I'm not liking our chances of these coming off. Right, I think we need to try and persevere and get a proper spanner. I'm not sure how much of this will come to pieces. I did have in here some little spanners. Now, where have they gone? Hang you about. Alright, we've got a 9 on that one. Let's see if any of these will come undone, guys and guidettes. straight away one rings off. So I don't like our chances of this. But we will see, won't we? Alright, let's see if we can get one on this top one. Yeah. Nope. I think that one will tap on. There you go. Oops. Rung off as well. Well, there's our tank switched off out of the way. It will be interesting, if nothing else, to see exactly why, or if this engine will actually, so I don't think that's ever going to go again. I honestly don't, but well, we're getting some rum size sockets on here. None of them are fitting, look. Where was that one I kind of had? That's wrong as well. That one's gone on. I don't believe it. I think we've got one that's coming undone, look. Look at that, we've got one coming undone. Unbelievable. Come on. See, we got one there that's come undone. Well, that's a good start, isn't it? And we've got our socket jammed on there. We'll have to get him off in a minute. Let's see if we can get this big plug out of here. Right, can we get this plug out? Cool. Okay. Jesus. I'm not liking our chances here, guys and guidettes. Will a little hinge undo? Come you round this way. Whoops, daisy, where are you? There you are. Let's see if the little hinge will come undone. Alright, that's undone. We got another big bolt round this side, which holds that tank bracket on. Have we got a socket that will fit it? Alright, this one's on here. We will see, won't we? Another one coming undone. Wow. Come on. There we go, that's our tank strap off. The tank strap is roughly usable. That's our data plate. That's the throttle cable snapped right out of there. How are we going to get this plug out? Because it is tight. I think we need to put the engine on the floor and get some purchase on it. There we go. Alright, let's position you down here and see if we can get that plug undone when I can get some purchase on it. Oh, Jesus. I can't even get the plug out of it, guys. We can't even get the plug out. We have wood louse fallen out of this engine, but this plug is not coming. Alright, now then, this might seem a little bit barbaric, but this casing is buggered anyhow. Look underneath, nothing left of that casing. So we might have to be a little bit violent and try and just bend this casing off, if possible. Can I get this little atom plate off the top? Try and save that. That might. There you go, there's the little atom plate. Cool. Corrosion. Are we ever going to be able to get this off though? Oh. I need to seriously try and persevere and try and get this case off here. There's no more bolts around there. There's that one little bolt there, which I, at the minute, can't seem to get. Ah, well, that's rung off. Now there's no more. It looks like this casing has actually seized itself onto the aluminium block, because the bolt is out of there and the bolt is out of there. But for some reason that's not breaking loose. Let me have a little tidy up and we'll see if we can get that out. Alright, I've had a little tidy up. Let's come round and see if we can get that off. Now this might be a bit brutal. There you go. There you go. She wanted a little tap. Well, I can't get that plug out, remember? So we're going to have to just hawk this over, because that is all broken at the back here. So we need to somehow get that over the flywheel. Hang on. We broke the plug off. There we go. Oh my word. Looky, looky there. That is what I call kaput. Look at the state of that. Right. Woof. Right. Do you reckon we're going to have any chance of getting these head bolts undone? Or do you reckon they'll ring off? I think we need to give them the best chance, bit of WD on them, and then we'll try and open them up. Because like I say, either the piston is dead centre, top dead centre, and that's a little bit of play in between, or we've got seized in the cylinder and major play in the big end. I really have no clue. Right. Right, this is the socket for this. Let's just see if we can actually get these undone. There we go, that's one undone. If I can somehow get the socket off now, after I've hammered them on. And this is always the case. You hammer on the socket, and now you can't get it off. Great stuff. But even if this engine's not savable, it's definitely going to be interesting to see exactly what's wrong with this engine. I might have to persevere and get this socket off this bolt in a second. There we go. Let's get him out of there. So we have cracked all of these off, and they took some doing, believe me. So we can now, what I didn't do, we can now spin all of these out using the next size socket up, so we don't get our socket jammed on every single nut. Let's buzz these out and see what's under here. See what sort of state we are. But like I said, I'm pretty sure this engine is well past repairing. But we will have a look. We will have a look. Did I forget to do this last one? Yep, I forgot to do the last damn one, look. This one here. Let me get that out. Alright, here we go. I will slacken this last one. Let's see if we can get him off. That's my socket was a tiny bit loose. And then we'll see if this head will break loose. Oops, that's come loose, look. This head has come loose. Alright. Now then, what treasures are we going to find in the head? Let's see if we can get you guys zoomed in there just a skosh. Oh dear. Well, there's the inside of our head. What have we got? Oh wow, my word. Let's have a look in here, look. There's our valves. And there we go. Where's whatever this stuff is? Alright, let me see if I can get that stuff out of there. Whatever it is. Now I don't have compressed air here. Oh, well there's our head gasket. This looks like ash. It's really bizarre. Well, right, this is not good. Piston is halfway down its travel and it's got absolutely nothing. So I think we have major bottom end trouble. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to clean up this workbench I'm on here and pop the sump off. But I want to just clean up my work area first, dust this off, and then we'll pop the sump off and have a look in the bottom end and see what's going on. Back in a minute. Right, we are back and we have our bench cleaned off. Now what bolts do we need to get this engine or to get this sump off? 2, 4 bolts. That all seems very straightforward. How seized up is it though to get to these 4 bolts? Are we going to have troubles again? Of course, this engine has sat for so many years. So many years seized up. I'm not sure if that's going to come off. We'll give the other 2 a scoop this side. There we go. Alright, now are we going to have any fruit in getting these off? Alright, we have an appropriate size socket. Can we get... Oh, that one's coming. That surprised me. But saying that sump bolts, if they're through holes, they're kind of submerged in oil. Will this one come? Yeah, this one's coming as well. Sump bolts are looking quite promising. Alright, let me get some extensions on this so I'm not quite such at an angle. There we go, we're coming now. We are coming now. Alright, so sorry I'm not talking an awful lot. But really, I'm just concentrating on getting this thing undone. To see if we can see exactly what's wrong with it. There's 2. Will these other bolts come undone? Well, the other side did, so I'm hoping. Yep. This side's actually coming undone, look. Now, is there oil in this? Is there not? I suppose really I ought to pull that oil filler cap off and had a look, didn't I? But we shan't. We'll just keep it as a surprise. Yay! Number 4 has cracked off as well. This is brilliant news. This is brilliant news. Right, that should be our 4 bolts holding the engine to the sump. Will she crack up? So let's give her a lift and a tap. There you go, that side's cracked. This side's cracked. This engine's quite heavy. I need to try and wedge him somewhere up on me. And hopefully, there you go. Well, there is oil in there. Sludgy. Oh, that is gloopy. Look at that, it's like jelly, that oil. Right. So let's have a look and see what we're like in our bottom end. We need to see if we can see where this little bit of play come from, don't we? Let me get some bits of wood and put under this flywheel, keep this engine upright. Alright, let's get him up. There we go, we're upright. Not so much, we want to be up on that flywheel cover. There we go. Oh dear. I can see instantly. Look in there. That bit trying to move there, this piece. So I get a flash on. There you go. This piece is our crankshaft. There you go. We have a majorly burnt out bottom end. Let's take this splash guard off. See if that gives us any more access. So we can have a decent proper look. Well, that looked like there's a splash guard there. So can we pop him off? Will he pop off? Right, let's see if we can get this little guard off. No problem. No problem. Ah, the ones inside the engine are coming undone. I wonder why that is. I've been submerged in oil for years. So let's pop these off and see if we can get this splash guard off. And out the way. And here it is. Right, yeah. Our splash guard is off. There we go. Oh yeah. Can you see? Clear as day now. I can actually see a bit of play in the little end as well. Now, can we somehow, do you think? I wonder if we can push that piston down by putting a bit of wood on it and tapping it. I'll put some WD-40 down the bore this side, so that'll be lubricated inside this side. We'll flip this engine. Like so. Now the dipper's not going to come down because we're hollowed underneath. We're on the case. So we'll put a little bit of WD in here. There. And I wonder if we can get that piston to go down. I think she's going. I know you're thinking to yourself, that's a bit barbaric. Well, this engine is not savable. Have you seen the state of that valve? Look how that valve, this valve has corroded away so badly. Half the valve is missing and it's actually like rusted itself to the valve seat. This valve, surprisingly, looks, well, okay-ish. This probably might even turn. Oh, not a chance. No. But this valve, it's just fused to the head. Absolutely fused. Is this engine savable? Oh, possibly. It's possibly savable if you wanted to put the time and the money in it to fix it, it may well be savable. That is well and truly seized. I was hoping to get the piston down enough so we could actually get the big end shell off and actually have a look in that big end shell. But unfortunately, I don't think that's going to come that fashion. We'll have a look. Well, we can get a socket on. Oh, we can get a socket on there. Excellent. Yeah. We may be able to do that then. So let's get our socket in here. See if we can get this big end undone. That one's coming undone nicely. There we go. So this one's undone. There we are. And this one's undone. And no, they weren't just loose, they were just tight. So let's see if we can get this big end cap off of here. Can we get this big end cap off? Hang on, just want to get this washer out. There we go. Right, let's flip this engine back over and do our piston tap job and just see if that will come. There we go. Right, where was our unseizer on our bit of wood? What the hell did I do with them? Right, here's our unseizer. Let's see if that'll tap through. Well, she's gone down now. There you go. I wonder if that's pushed that big end off. Cool. Cool. Why can't I get this off, look? Why is this not coming off here very well, guys? Who knows? Who knows? There we go. Right. There we go. We're off. Ah, we got a big end shell in here, look. Look at our shell. Look at that. Can you see that? It's totally worn away. And it's pushed it out of the side. So that big end shell is pushed out of the side of I'm just trying to get that piston back down and try and get that other shell out. Right, now that piston is well and truly stuck in that bore. Well and truly. We'll try and boost him up a little. But we're not going to get it, are we? She's just not going to come. Unfortunately, she's not going to come. We have our bits of wood under here to try. Main bearing actually feels good. There's nothing in the main bearings. It's really just that big end. Let me see if I can get this big end shell out. Ah, that's gone onto the crank, look. So here's the other one. There we go. Again, it squeezed that. It squeezed that main bearing out the side. And unfortunately, it has scored the crank as well. Our crankshaft has got some deep ridges in there. Let me see if you can see what the problem is here. There's our crankshaft. Hear that? Yeah. That is badly scored. This crankshaft is unfortunately scored. Our big end shells, as you can see, not good. Not good at all. They should not be like that. Nor this one. Yeah, look at that. Pushed all out the side. Oh, look at that. Look at that con rod. That connecting rod. Get focus camera. There you go. Whoops. There we go. That connecting rod, unfortunately, it's all scored in there as well. So I don't think this engine is going to be savable, unfortunately, guys. I had a sneaky feeling it weren't. It just didn't feel right with that little knock-in when I turned it. If you were to die hard and you wanted to fix this engine, you could probably do it. But it's just not financially viable when it's a Mark 12 Villiers, unfortunately. I know they're lovely engines, it's the original. But by the time you bought a new big end shell, you'd have to get either good used crank, or, well, you doubt you'd even get that one grand, but you'd have to get a good used crank. Thing is, the cylinder's gone. The cylinder is damaged. It's heavily pitted, it's heavily scored. So you'd need a piston, rings, second-hand crankshaft. Somehow you'd have to unstick that corroded in valve out of there. Nothing's going to undo here. Even these exhaust bolts have just, there's nothing left of them, nothing left to grip. So unfortunately she is toast, which is sad because it's the originator. I do like to keep things original, I really do, but when it's like, you know, between 30 and 50 pounds for a running engine, or probably hundreds by the time you've bought bits, because the thing is, it isn't just them internal parts. It's a cover, a fuel tank, an exhaust missing, carburetor is missing, and then you've got to go over all the internal parts, the piston, the rings, crankshaft. You might have to do something with the cam, you might get away with that, probably 2 valves. Then you'd probably have to have this cylinder bored out, and then you'd need an oversized piston, blah blah, the list goes on. And then you've got the side we haven't even looked at. In there we've got the magneto, you know, the coil. The coil's probably gone bad after all these years. The HT lead would definitely need replacing, so that would have to be resoldered on. There's just so much that would be needed to get this engine going. But it's been a very interesting video to see exactly what was inside that Bar Ford engine. So there we go. I'm afraid that's it for this video. We've done our little strip down. We've had our little look. And we've seen exactly what's going on. There's the inside of our head. Couldn't even get that spark plug out there, look. Maybe if you put this head in a wooden vise with a big socket, you might. But unfortunately, no, she's toast. She is toast. Shame, big shame, but there we go. Right, I'm going to leave this video here, and I'm going to say bye-bye because, well, I've done all I can really do to it. I haven't forgotten the BSA which sits there. Trust me, it's a wintertime project. That will come to it. That will be coming. But for those of you guys who have been like, all we're doing now is we're seeing new projects, we're not seeing you actually do any work. Well, I'm afraid, I'll tell you what that is. Over the summer, I've been buying up projects because I want to start doing more work here in the small workshop on the side of the new abode. So I need some small projects what I can bring back and do in there, so I don't have to keep going down to Man Cave HQ, which is 25 odd miles away, because I'm ending up doing 2 hours a day driving to go and make a video. I would rather do them all at home over the winter. So this summer, I have been doing some buying up of, you know, different projects. I've got this, I've got that. Well, there won't be so many of them videos now. There'll be more fixing videos, because I'm now going to start actually fixing the stuff I've bought over the summer in that shed, so I can work late nights, get away from Mrs. Man Cave. If I'm doing a heading, I can just say I'm going to the shed, and I can disappear in the shed. There you go. So there we have it. That's why there's been a lot of buying new projects this summer, because we're going to be fixing them all up over the winter. Excellent stuff. Right, I'm going to go, and I will see you. You see yourself in that mirror, look. Yes, I'll record on a film, believe it or not. Yeah. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now. Ha-ha! What am I doing?